What's good, family? This is Queen Common Sense coming back to you from the Chi-Town, holding it down remix to the Cackalack Sticks, baby. Good grand rising, grand afternoon it is now. Honey, I've been up early on an off day. Why? I don't know. Apollo and I went outside and somebody turned up hell. It is hot today. So I was a little troubled with what I saw last night. And I hope everybody else is well. I hope you are enjoying your weekend. And some of us have a 3-day weekend coming up because it's, I think, what, Memorial Day coming up. And that is like the official kickoff to summer. So I stayed up quite early this morning, what we would call in my grandmother's kitchen witching hours. She's like, baby, you up during witching hours? What you doing up so early in the morning? And I'm like, I would tell her, Grandma, I cannot sleep. I don't know why my mind won't stop racing. And Grandma would tell me, it's because you're intelligent and you're a thinker. And when things don't make sense to a thinker, it bothers them and it leaves you feeling unsettled. And that's what was the beginning of my journey to understanding what empathy really is and how powerful of a gift it is, and how it will humble you uh, because you have empathy for people who are not the greatest people, you know? And people think empathy means kindness, being loving, being doting in those ways. And no, empathy is you can understand and pretty much feel almost everything someone else is feeling, whether you want to or not. I'm gonna put it to you plain, moment of clarity. Empathy isn't consoling someone. Okay, the gift of empathy is not um, showing some altruism to someone who might be in a unfortunate situation. That's not empathy. That's not the gift. Empathy is being connected to the universe so tight that you could pick up on people's energy and moods and demons and even guardians in the spirit realm. For example, I could be, heaven forbid, in Walmart, and my children know I cannot stand Walmart. I can't stand Walmart. Ever since Walmart became a thing, I could not stand going in Walmart. And it's all kinds of varieties of crazy in Walmart. We know this, you know? And imagine being that sensitive, standing next to somebody who is batshit crazy, and you feel it and you want to say something to someone to confirm what you're feeling, but you know if you do that, they gonna 5150 your fucking ass. That's empathy. Okay, just a peekaboo in my world. So a lot of people, they sometimes think that I'm kind of standoffish or, aloof, and I am, but not on purpose. I am preoccupied with telling those energies what to do so that I can function and so that I can think for myself and do the things that I need to do for this body. Okay. So it is a struggle sometimes. A lot of supernova empaths have very high anxiety. Okay. I am an anxious person. Okay. This brown girl is wired, and it has nothing to do with anything else but being an empath, yo. Okay. I'm being for real. I'm just trying to educate people who don't understand spiritual gifts and how much responsibility they carry. Okay. It's a lot to it, and people think that it is demonic to say that you can predict things in the spiritual realm. It's the same thing as when people in the church or in the religious sector say prophesy. That's what psychics do. We prophesy what we see in the spiritual realm that either could be happening, might happen, or has already happened and might be cycling around getting ready to jump off again. Okay. And we just use certain tools that are not familiar to our people anymore because we have been so far removed from and desensitized to and conditioned against our natural, original, authentic connection to the occult, with understanding the stars align with how we do our food, how we harvest, how we plant, how we rotate the crops. There's many different levels to astrology, and astronomy. Okay. And there's other levels to being able to forecast things that come naturally to some of us with a gift. Some of us do not have forecasting abilities within the gift of empathy. I hope I'm making sense. So when I watch certain videos, the same thing happens, just like if I were to go to Walmart. Because I don't like going to Walmart. And B, I am a tad bit nosy when I do go to Walmart because I want to see like what is causing the people to act the way they do when they cross that threshold. Because thresholds are very important. That's why it's very important to understand what meditation means and how to meditate correctly in order to connect to the proper chakra to balance it enough to be able to withstand whatever it is you're going to be facing when you're preparing and cleansing and clearing, if that makes sense. So I do that when I watch videos too. I have to neutralize my energy before I come on to do my own content, right? Because I don't want to get a view from another video and an idea and I'd be like, no, I heard that somewhere else. That's not my original whatchamacallit. Do you understand? So I watched yeah. I watched DUSTiny on her channel last night, and I didn't catch the live. I was 2 hours shy, and I'm still not quite sure how I feel about that. What I saw, to be honest with you, I had to sleep on it, and then I said, never mind. Don't even do no content on it, cause like I'm petty. I'm a petty Virgo. That's why people call me bougie. If I don't rock with your energy, it's hard for me to be all giggly with you. You know what I mean? I can be cordial and civil and I can be respectful because I don't have the right to disrespect someone just because I do not like them or their energy, right? I just look at behavior way more than I look at the physical body of a woman when she's my friend. And when I say I love another Black woman as a sister, right? It's very difficult for me to see past your behavior versus how beautiful you are as a woman, how God created your aesthetics to be beautiful. I admire and cherish that as well. You know, I have some very beautifully, aesthetically beautiful friends, but their soul is beautiful is not a fitting word. So, you know, it's a bonus when you have sweet and lovely friends. And then it's a difference when you have a lovely woman who her soul is not so damn sweet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm working on that because I know I'm trying to get back into my calling, which is providing spiritual experiences with people who want to self-divinate and learn how to tap into their, you know, metaphysical gifts. Okay. So I used to do that a lot. And I made quite a bit of coin, and I helped other people make coin doing it. Okay. So I'm trying to step back into that, and content creating and stuff like that is part of why I started this channel. Just to give a little bit more backstory to who I is and why I was here before I went on my hiatus from vlogging and came on back recently, because when they started ganging up on Mel and her 4-piece chicken nuggets, that pissed me the fuck off. It took me to a really rotten place on top of what I'm already healing from, which is very severe narcissistic abuse from my mother, my sister, and one of my older brothers. Used to gang stalk the fuck out of me when I was growing up. And the one way I learned how to cuss very well is from having to defend myself verbally from being, you know, teased and shit by my older brothers and sister. And it's very traumatizing when people that you look up to as a little person are constantly badgering you and you don't know why. And people say, oh, that's normal sibling little stuff. People give you a hard time. You give each other. Siblings do that. No. This is not normal sibling razzing, normal nudging, elbow pokes. No, it's not that. It was verbal harassment. And I'm 6 years younger than my sister. And then after her, another boy. Well, the boy. Me, the youngest. My sister, 6 years older than me. My brother, 2 years older than my sister. Another brother, 2 years older than the brother. So 9 years is 9-year gap between me and my oldest sibling. 8-year gap between me and my second oldest sibling. 6-year gap between me and my third oldest sibling, who is my only sister. And she's been a DUSTiny. I put it that way. Long story short. So I'm still decompressing from being very angry, okay? Which is why it's so easy for me to come after raggedy women, because however unfortunate it is, my sister is really raggedy. So I got a little triggered when I watched what I'm about to show y'all. And I'm going to do 2 parts to this because I have got to get this shit off. Okay? It's really bothering me. I'm going to do 2 parts. I'm gonna react to this whole debauchery of an hour of it, and then we'll split it in half and react to the other half too. And we go, you know how we do. You know how I do. I'm gonna take it all the way in. I'm tired of DUSTiny and women like her, yo. I'm tired of raggedy women. You know, I had to, you know, like, I don't like talking crap about other Black people. That's another part of like, this bothers me, that we have such damage, you know, mental and mental and emotional damage that we have not addressed, you know. And it's not easy to do. It's totally not easy to do, to look in the mirror and try to heal yourself and address the things that you need closure on and stuff like that. You know, past traumas. It's hard. And I'm getting emotional. It's really hard to heal yourself. Okay? So, when I see somebody fighting, literally fighting for air from the stress and the shock, I could see it all over Melody's face. She was screaming. She was drowning, yo. And to see her pick up all the pieces of her life and glue them back together and make an even more beautiful vessel of herself for her babies. There is no more powerful love than that type of love a mother has for her children. Sorry. And when you fuck with a mother's child, when you fuck with a Black woman's children, yo, that brings out a fury inside of us that cannot be extinguished. Okay? That goes for anything, like you trying to mess up my reputation, you trying to sabotage the things that make money for me to survive and take care of my babies. You're stressing me out, and then they're worried. My babies are worried about their mama because they see mommy stressed and trying to fight, wanting to scream and rip somebody's eyes out, you know, trying to still be sweet to them and still get enough rest, still be able to think straight. Like, it's a lot going on when you're trying to recover from narcissistic torment and trauma. It's a lot. You know, that's why I can't have a lot of people around me all the time, because that would drive me insane and I would go to jail. I would go to jail. I would go to jail, man. You know, cuz I'm like really froggy. You know, disrespect, all of that is a trigger. Rude, ill-mannered, purposefully ignorant, energy bothers me. And when you play in my face, I will lose my top. I can't stand fake. That's number one at the top of my list now. I'm just gonna do a little bit of this reaction to DUSTiny Payton's Big D convo from earlier this which an hour from this morning, like early in the wee hours. The wee hours, I say. The wee hours this was done. Okay? And Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna like put them up there. I'm gonna just do the chat, but we'll listen to you know, and I'm gonna react to it. I'm gonna react to it how I would if we was sitting around playing pool on the pool table, chilling, and we just chopping it up like friend girls, sister friends. I'm around the crew. We with the crew. I'm gonna do we gonna have a sit down ponderosa with the crew about this here Big D combo. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it a buck, half of it. Okay, we're gonna do part one. This is an hour and 19 minutes long, so I'm just do about half of it right now, maybe a third. I might do three parts because I ain't gonna be. I might do some things, say some things that might be a little ugly. So just a precursor. Um, uh, Based on how I was raised and how my grandmother taught me how to be humble and be a good sister, be a good, show yourself friendly in order to be a good friend. So here we go. Let's just do a little bit. And when I get fed up, I'll stop. Then we'll chop it and we'll go. Maybe tomorrow I'll do number 2, 3 like that. We'll do that. Okay, so Big D convos, people. Big D convos. Hold on. Peep this.
Mr. Realty himself and Mr. Scotty by nature.
What? You sound like you got something on your mind.
I
What
was
you
about to
got?
say Scotty by disaster.
Yeah.
Because every time you talked about me, I was like, "Ooh, change the channel,
I
change the
talk about
channel."
all y'all. Ain't none of
You
y'all
did.
exempt.
Shout out to Scotty by Nature and Realty. They are they are such gentlemen. You know what I mean? They are so amazing gentlemen. Very, very intelligent. But I gotta give props. Big, huge such gentlemen, you know? You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show you.
You just like T. We had this conversation on our first Big D combo. He read me for fifth. And Scotty, you drug me. You ain't even read me. You drug me for
I
fifth.
don't think I drug you. I feel like I give you more grace than the rest of them, to be honest. But
Now,
Now let's stop there. I already have a problem. When I first saw this, I had a problem with it there too. It's still the same. It still makes me cross my eyes in half. It's a difference between being read and being told the truth. A lot of first floor type of women think that if you tell her the truth about her sloppy, raggedy behavior, that's reading her. It's not. It's telling you this is what you did. I don't like that. I don't like what you did, you know? Um, it pissed me off, and I need you to acknowledge that. You pissed me off when you did that. A lot of Black women do not know how to hold themselves accountable for how they show up to their women friends, their sisters, however you want to put it. I say sisters because even though we don't all get along, you're still my sister, okay? And I'm still going to try to maintain a level of standard of class and dignity. You know, I don't have to be sucking my teeth at you, you know, because I wouldn't do if I was in the room with Destiny, I wouldn't do her like that. I would be very polite. You know what I'm saying? Just be me, be myself. I wouldn't be throwing no shade. Like I don't do that. You know, not unless it's some it's really bad. Now, Sonny, I would shade the fuck out of Sonny. Okay? And at this point, after this, I retract my first comment about Destiny. I would shade the hell out of her. You know? Just like I would roast Kimmy in her face. Okay? I'm not we like I cannot. Okay, let's go.
He probably did drag you. That sounded about right because he does do stuff like that. So you
But you
you
know what?
might be
I'm
all right.
brave in the storm. I'm here with the people that didn't have the most favorable
Oh,
Ooh.
same. Sorry about that call. Somebody told me to put this on NDA. I don't really know how to do that. Um, but I just wanted to share a platform with people that I do feel like. I mean, I'm not saying that you just only drug me.
yeah.
I feel I feel like y'all fairly gave some dragons and some reeds. Some of them unfairly, but that's just my opinion.
Do you see how she can't let it go? That's the people around Destiny are the same type of people that are around Jezebel Martell. Y'all please walk with me on this. Hold my hand. We finna go on a little journey now, okay? The people around Destiny are her enablers. Destiny is delusional, okay? I'm not trying to be funny. Destiny is delusional. She cannot let the fact go that these two gentlemen told I watched their videos, okay? I watched them. I sat here and watched them all the way through, okay? I watched them. And I know listen, they did not they did not drag, read, you know, they have their own style, they have their own personalities, and they get a passionate, sometimes a little aggressive with expression how they feel, and there's nothing wrong with that. People take that as a read. Now, in their view, the content creator channel holder view, they may have thought I'm gonna read her ass right about now in this segment right here. I didn't take it as a read. I have tough skin. Destiny doesn't. I know facetious when I see it, feel it, and I know when it's just look, I'm just calling it how I see it, and you're taking it as a read. This is my thing. Funky Dineva roasted and lied on and read mail, and she just didn't do any more live streams with them. Same thing with another channel holder who was linked to Kiki. Okay. She just stopped fucking with y'all. She didn't come back on the live with the same people hosting the live to talk about how She felt like the channel holder read her. This is what they do. This is what they how they make their money. And you did. It was unfair. No, it's not. If you are displaying said behavior that they're talking about, it's fair for them to have whatever opinion, viewpoint they have. What do you mean it was unfair?
Yeah, because I know the real. Hmm.
I want to know which one was
But
unfair.
I just don't be looking like that, Scotty. What you got to say?
I just want to know which ones was unfair.
You
That's
on mute?
all.
I love that. I love this man. He was like, which one? Tell me. Speak your speech, sis. What did I say? So we can talk about it. We up here to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Watch this, y'all.
I can't. Oh, I think when a call comes through, let me put this on NDA because let's do this. Do not disturb.
Yeah,
Why
cause
do I
that's
keep saying NDA? Like I'm
okay.
okay. I'm probably gonna have to go out and come back in because
Yeah.
I can't hear y'all. Or y'all go out and come back in because I can't say something. See,
Yeah.
I can't hear either of y'all. I did put it on do not disturb now. So can y'all go out and come back in so I can hear the sound this time?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I can see y'all comments. Oh, y'all in here. Y'all in here. Hey. Hey, Demetria. Hey, Lucy. Hey, T. Hey, Sabra. Sharice. Yes, Law. Okay. Lawslyn. Like Law. I see y'all. I see y'all. Hold on. Let me get these people back in here.
Y'all see this, right?
Girl. You said you can't wait.
She having all kind of technical
That's funny.
issues.
All right. I got Scotty back. Say something, Scotty.
She
Can
don't know,
you hear me?
listen.
I
She don't
can.
know how to work the phone. She don't know how to put on do not disturb. She don't know how to work StreamYard. She don't know how to I mean, and then she's sitting there. Listen, she's sitting there for an hour and a half and the baby's playing in the background. Who does this remind you of? You online for a whole hour with a whole toddler. Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can now. Y'all in here today, baby. I can't keep up with these comments. I'm supposed to get a moderator, but I don't even know how to do that either.
Oh Lord.
Don't judge me. I don't. Hold on. What do I? It doesn't give me the ability. Anyway, welcome back. Little technical difficulties. Um, what were we talking about?
I don't even think we really started talking about
Talking
nothing.
about this unfair dragging, you said Scotty was giving
Oh,
you,
okay,
he
thank you, T.
called you
Keep
to
me
the
on. Keep me in
carpet
mind.
and he
Mm-hmm.
asked you what it was that he said, friend, what he done said now.
What didn't you say? That you
I'm trying to figure out what I said that was so bad.
I didn't say it was. Well, dragon is bad. It's a little bad, but I have tough skin, as tough as I can be. I feel like both of you are hilarious, and y'all have, like I said, rightfully and unrightfully, but equally dragged everybody.
Yes.
So I am welcoming y'all to Big Z Convo, so we can do a little recap on all the episodes if y'all want, but the last episode in particular.
Mm.
Hmm. Hmm.
What can we say about the last episode?
Did you watch it, Scotty?
I watch every episode.
The last episode, from what I hear, was a snooze fest. I didn't watch it. I might click it next week on the own channel on YouTube, but it was a snooze fest from what I hear.
Do you?
Yeah, even when I
What's
don't want to.
the
I
The
appreciate that for mentioning
shade.
my interview with Miss Lexi. Yes, God, honey. Thank
Who
Yes,
was
y'all
thank
for
that?
watching.
you.
Thank you, Mellow Mellow. And again, next time, speak when you come around here, girl.
Not
I
speak.
meant that.
Who
Now,
But
said
if
yeah,
you
that?
that
want
was
me
the
to be now, if you want me to be honest,
Uh-huh.
the last episode wasn't all that. I just
Somebody
gonna be
said
at
that.
all.
Living for Me 75 said that.
it
At
wasn't all
all.
that.
It really wasn't.
It really ain't that much to discuss, really, because I think in my opinion, we saw too much of Trish and old boy, and I really wasn't into them like that.
Right.
And then it was more so them talking about T's interview, but not showing T's interview. And then, it became more so about why y'all didn't go to the
T's interview.
yeah, that's the interview that Nell and all them was talking about. It was actually
Oh,
T's
yeah, yeah,
interview
yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah.
that
Gotcha,
he
gotcha,
did
gotcha.
with her stepdaughter. And then it was more so about why they didn't go to Carlos King's
Mhm.
podcast thing or whatever. So that's pretty much what this episode was really
Yeah.
about. So there was no I didn't have.
Y'all peep some of these. Peep the chat. It's starting to get hot now. Uh, I don't understand why Destiny feels like it's a shock. What? It's not. It was boring. What? Yeah. Just there you go. It's right in chat.
I didn't get to like really voice my opinions about what I wanted to, and that was mainly like yo shit with Sonny and Moses. That's what I want to talk about.
Me
But
too. I can't wait
we
to.
didn't get any of that, and it's just okay. All right. I
So
want
I
to.
will tell you my opinion of the episode.
Okay.
I felt like it was. I do feel like introducing a new couple is it should be graduated a little bit more. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's what it was. It was like here they are and they had a lot of screen time, which I'm not hating. I'm just saying
Destiny feels like she has something to prove to everybody. It's always like she's over trying, you know, to be intelligent or to be tuned in, plugged in, you know. That's what I'm getting from her every time she speaks. I feel like she is just Miss Miss Try Hard, Miss People Pleaser. That's what I get. So I just, peep this, y'all. Listen.
with this fan base, and I don't know, maybe it's just television, period. People need to be kind of slow walked into meeting people that are new. Um, yeah, I did feel like it was cute and refreshing to see Stormy and Courtney. I thought their scene was really cute and their little flirtatious moments. I thought that was super cute. Um, the rest of it just was it was interesting.
What was interesting about it?
I just heard a lot of, why didn't you support me and my event and all these things, and it was a lot of that. I saw a lot of that.
That's because that's what you was looking for. You was looking for Melody to somehow acknowledge you in a negative way so that you can now rinse and repeat and still play the victim, play your clueless role, smoke signals and mirrors and your delusional tactics of gaslighting start to escalate. Peep this now, y'all pay attention.
Lord, Des, don't you start nothing, girl. Des, don't you start nothing, child. See, we finna be all over these YouTube streets by tomorrow. Watch what I tell you.
What did I start? I just said I just
Listen.
like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification button. What else am I supposed to say, T?
No, I mean, listen, you can say what you want. I'm just saying, child, people finna click their button in the next 2 hours. I just know how this. That's why Scotty went off screen.
Why did he
No, I
leave?
went out screen to get something to drink. I ain't worried about them folks.
Child, listen. But you know
My
what, though?
lemonades. I keep my
I'm
lemonades.
not gonna lie. And
Peep the comments, y'all. Peep the comments, y'all. Peep the chat. Sabra Hadley, pew pew fired. Okay? Pew pew. Someone who has so many hard things. Sick parent, hellish ex husband, and a betrayal would not risk losing her TV job, her freedom, and custody of her only child to repeat a crime. Let's go.
it's no shade, but I do agree with you. It was heavy on a lot of things that I wish it wasn't too centered and focused on. I don't know, but I do know how Carlos King is. I know he likes to, like, you know, gradually get there, and it seems like next episode we finna get there, and I'm happy about it. No tea, no shade. I am happy
Whole
about it. I
bunch of
can't wait
tea
to
and a
talk
whole
to
bunch
your
of
ass
shade.
next week. Okay, you better invite me back next week. I can't wait to talk to you, friend.
We recapping. You already in the Saturday.
Just saying.
So anything else? Like y'all holding back. I know you. What did you think about the episode, T?
It was boring as hell, but
Oh,
I mean it was, but it did give me some talking points and some speaker points. I it's fine. And I said I won't gonna ask this question, but I am gonna ask it. Like, so far as what's going on with like the DV situation and things like that, where do you stand with that? Because I know
Um,
that's a hard situation considering you and Martell are friends. You know what I mean? So, like, how are you feeling?
for me, being a survivor myself of domestic violence and physical abuse,
Mm,
um, I don't think that anybody deserves any form of domestic violence. Let's start there.
mm,
So now I know she said she touched on this alleged domestic stuff a while back, a few seasons ago. I heard her sprinkling it in there and somewhere around in there. But I wanted to indicate here that, Destiny's always talking about how recently her mantra is that Sunny has pulled a single white female on her. Now, what I'm hearing in this current day is Destiny plagiarizing exactly what Melody has gone through, except she is just kind of switching up the narrative a little bit to kind of fit her characters in her scene. Okay. She's making very heavy roundabout references to being brutalized in some kind of way. She said physically and so on. So, out of the people that we know that she has come in contact with, as far as men go, we know of the ones that we three. There is her longtime alleged friend Jezebel Martell. There is her ex-husband and her ex alleged side dude Moses. Which one of these black men physically assaulted you, Destiny? Or is it someone that we just don't know about yet? This is why I cannot be in the presence of this type of energy very long, because this is a woman that's facing federal charges for fraud, and her focus is being a victim. Do y'all peep this? Or is it just me? Let me know.
Any way, shape, form, or fashion. And I just feel like, two wrongs don't make a right, and it was two wrongs in the situation. I assume
Mm,
how it started, what him saying that stop bullying me, and then this is my response. Sometimes no response is the best response. Sometimes.
mm,
But I really, all I have for the both of them is that I pray for them. I pray for some healing and growth in that situation.
mm, mm. Do you hope that
Now this is DUSTiny who lied on the reunion show and said she had not talked to Melody since the show wrapped. Y'all remember? She created a phantom issue after talking junk smack about Melody to the ops. Okay? Here we are. Fast forward. Now she wants growth in that area. She wishes the best for them. Da da da. But she was just vilifying Melody and Melody's friendship when Melody said, "Oh, since I'm a bad friend, how many bad friends give you money? You didn't ask me for it, but I saw where there was a need where you're my friend, you have a small child going through this horrible time. So I got you." That's what super empaths do. We just feel a need. We're not thinking, okay, that's a lot of money. That's not what we're thinking. We're thinking, damn, my homegirl is it need a SOS. The last thing on our mind is, am I gonna get this back? When we love you, that's what comes with it. Resources. If we have it, fill a need. Period. Where DUSTiny fucked up at is she thought Mel's kindness meant she was weak and slow because DUSTiny is a curb side hustler. She's a she's a freeloader. Melody is Melody is DUSTiny's hot water and cornbread. Okay, like when they were friends. DUSTiny is a groupie. She's an entourage. Okay.
the show really like not just talk about DV, but kind of like educate and hope that something more comes out of it other than, well, this just happened and we're using it for entertainment. You know what I mean?
I definitely hope that there's some education, for sure, and some awareness, because as a survivor myself, and I'm gonna keep saying that because that's my real life.
Mm.
I,
Well, why didn't you talk about none of this on when you were first newly divorced to help other people and educate? Why was everything that was going on with you a secret? And it was you were blaming LeBerick for why you couldn't share your story. Come on, y'all, pay attention. Listen, it's gonna go somewhere. Watch.
I mean, just looking at the situation with Cassie and how all of that has come to a head, it's like people don't believe it unless they see it.
Right.
Um, and it is a talking point. It is a lot to be educated on because people assume that it looks one way,
Mhm.
and it's not always the case. You look.
What does that even mean? This see what I'm saying? I can't with DUSTiny. I can't. You know, she wants to help people. She has a story, but doesn't nobody ever knows what the hell she's talking about. Let's go.
looking like you.
Who?
No. T over there reading question, reading.
Yeah, I was.
Somebody said it was heavy on the. Let me move on. Moving along.
That's actually a good question. Do you think there's some fake storylines going on around here? To be
What do you
honest,
mean? Break that down. What's the storyline?
not. I mean, I ain't even gonna say fake. I'm gonna say, do you think some storylines are embellished a little bit more than what they should be? And let me ask you this: is your story fake? Because I'm sick of getting
I
that
wish it
question.
motherfucking was. Okay.
I'm sick of getting that question, Destiny, all under under other videos where you're not even on the episode. People want to know, is this fake? What's this really about? Why would they really come up here? Da, 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 da. So for the 12th time, Destiny, could you please just tell the people this ain't fake? I'm sure you didn't ask to like make this your storyline, but this is your real truth. This is your
This is
truth.
my real
This is
truth.
your real life.
This is my real truth. This is my real life. And I don't know who would want this to be their storyline. Like who
I
would?
wouldn't.
You you would want this to be your storyline because you saw how much attention and support and love Melody is getting and has gotten from day one without trying. All she did was show up and say, "Okay, well, since hey, it is what it is. Let's go, whatever." Show this ninja showing his tail. I'm getting ready to get myself together. So while we're doing this show, I can get away from him. And at least everything's documented. So when I do bounce and this fool try to do something stupid, we will have a memorialization of his pattern of behavior. Melody is smart, y'all. Melody is a genius. Y'all missed it. You missed it. So let's keep going. Yes, you do, in my opinion, want this to be your storyline because you want some attention. You are too weak to put down your ego and look in the mirror and sit in it and rest in the mess you made for yourself in your life right now. This is all on destiny. Nobody had any way to force you to make the choices and decisions that you did up until this point. But she chooses to be a victim. Y'all check this out.
I wouldn't.
I Yeah. So no, it's not fake. At least my part of it ain't. I don't
Mm.
know what they done for doing over there, but my part is real. My response is my reality to what I perceive to be going on is
Mm.
real. It's very real. I cried real tears. I was really sick to my stomach. I really was cussing. I was really want to fight.
Right.
All of those emotions were very real. And my therapist and life coach on speed dial in real life, and they was on speed dial that weekend, real heavy.
Now, here's the shift. Look at how Melody spoke about her trauma. She said, "I'm not gonna lie. I'm pissed. Or I had a day where I cried my eyes out, but push through, forward, huh? Five, what? One demon, five blessings." You heard how she was speaking life into herself while she was healing and trying to grow out of that space of being stifled, huh? Look at how raggedy, dusty is. Listen, come on now, pay attention.
I bet. I bet.
Yeah. People keep
Okay.
talking. Okay, I know y'all see these comments. They in here.
Okay.
Um,
Peep the chat, y'all.
Hmm.
I really like that name, Rosalind. Well, first and foremost, I don't understand how you can say I'm guarded and a private person when I'm on a public platform talking about my public life, and you don't know me to know if I'm being guarded or not. So, I mean, this is not me being, combative. It's just the truth. And nobody shares 1,000% of their life on reality TV. And if you think that's the truth, then you've been misled. You get bits and pieces of people in their life and their stories. And that's what you're getting. Bits and pieces of my life and my story. You couldn't even, especially with all the shit I got going on, you couldn't even do an episode on what I got going on in life. It'll have to be a Lifetime movie.
Child, not a movie.
Okay, so I think the reason why people feel like you're guarded in a sense is because they don't a lot of them don't really know what happened in your previous marriage, and I think people don't understand.
Look at the chat. Look at these people, yo. These are chronologically adults. And these are the opinions of adults. Most of them. We're supposed to be lucid humans. Okay. April Morgan says, Tiffany, how do you feel about male? Male, not Mel, Mel. Now she thinks she is somebody like famous, that she is the Batuso to show. Do you think she's still going to be on the show? April and Tiffany are talking back and forth. Demetria Glenn, DUSTiny can be guarded if she wants to. Leave her alone. DB, y'all saying she's guarded, but y'all only want to tell her business so y'all can tear her down. Isn't that what damn happened to Mel? They wanted to be all up in Mel's business. And what did they do? Tisha was the main ringleader of tearing Mel down. And she badgered, harassed, and manipulated Kimmy to do the same thing, passive aggressively. Because Kimmy was going, a little bit left with her little disrespectful comments about how Mel's name changing ceremony was corny. Remember that, Captain Kimmy? Ain't that what they did to Mel? Watched her go through a horrible divorce. She shared all of it, most of it on screen, spilled over into social media with it. And that's what the non-millimeters are doing. The ops tore her apart. That's why the millimeters squatted up, because they was ripping Melody apart, seam by seam. And the millimeters was like, no, ma'am. Let's go. Yes, you do want the storyline.
And that you didn't have the leeway to
You wouldn't be back on reality TV if you did not want this to be your storyline. Why are you here? Go in private, unplug, go to a spiritual healing retreat. It's lots of beautiful reservations down there where you could get up with the indigenous people of your tribal house and get you some healing. It's nothing like a cleansing powwow and a sweatshop with real medical, metaphysical witch doctors. Nothing like it. I'm getting ready to do another one myself. It has been a long time, but I'm going to find a shaman that I can counsel with. Okay? Because when I did it the first time, I had goosebumps for like 6 months. So if you did not want, listen, let's go.
really discuss what actually happened.
Mhm.
So it comes across like DUSTiny is not, talking about her real life. She's, busy talking about something else, but not talking about her real life. But in all actuality, and I've heard you say in certain interviews that you couldn't really talk about your divorce or what was going on with your divorce. So that's the reason why, in my opinion, I don't know if that's why they
It's a
picked it,
gap
but
in
yeah.
people feeling like, well, I will say this, because in my divorce, I did want to protect my kid. That was my
Yeah.
first thought. That was my first process, and nobody is gonna make me feel bad about that. Nobody's gonna change my thought process when I made that decision.
Mhm.
But I do feel like there was a bit of an disservice to me, because there could have been a showing of me healing from divorce and going through that. But y'all
Mhm.
have to remember, during that time, the stars of the show were going through a divorce too. So you got two people. What story am I going to tell? You got one
Mhm.
person that is the friend of these two people. It was more of a supporting role. It wasn't that I was holding back things. It was only so much that I could.
You said you see how lie, yo. Isn't it ironic? A liar calling another liar a liar. She sat right up on national TV and called Moses a liar, even though it's true he's a liar. You are too. What's the diff? What's the difference? Same thing I tell my mom. You know, my sister is like the golden child. She is the biggest liar, manipulator, and then she's like a Karen, yo. She'll use the police as a meat shield for her, to enforce her feelings. Yeah, that's in essence, in reverse, what Destiny's doing to her ex. You're insinuating something that's a dangerous insinuation. Who was abusive to you? It's only three dudes that we know that you have regular contact with. That is a process of elimination from what we can assume based on who we know you've been in contact with. Who, who did you survive? Okay. Listen, y'all. This gonna get disgusting after a while. How she parallel herself. Check this out.
Could say, but also it could have been more about what my experience was coming back from divorce, and that's my opinion.
Okay, so it's a comment in the comment section that actually said a question that I wanted
I
to
can't
ask
keep up with
you.
these comments, baby. Y'all got
So
them in here today,
I'm gonna
baby.
go ahead and
I normally
ask
be able to
it.
click on them and go, but I can't today. But go ahead, Scotty. I'm
Uh,
sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask it because I wanted to ask it anyway. The question was basically asking how can you address like the rumors that's insinuating that you and Martell were intimate, because that's what people are running with these days.
They got nothing else. So let's be clear. I've said this. I don't know how many times.
you did.
How many times I've explained, and I'm not gonna keep doing it, because at the end of the day, if I slept with Martell, he would be my man, and we would be on the show together.
That part.
Why would I have to sneak around and sleep with somebody now that I'm no longer friends with their spouse and I met them through?
You are on the show together. Do y'all hear this? Is it just me? When they say big D energy or big dummy convos, big dummy conversations, you sound like a dummy. You sound like a dunce. You know, I could have shown more on the show, but it was more of a supportive role. But I couldn't talk about it because I was had a gag order, but it really wasn't a gag order. It was this and it was that. First it was Moses didn't want to be on reality TV. Now he's sitting up, you know, 10 chest out with his chest out on right on this on the screen with you.
Martell. Like, I just don't understand why it's a thing.
You going over Martell's house at night when he got a smoking jacket on, pouring you a glass of wine. He making stupid comments about how your son somehow resembles him, and you two are not blood related. And you sitting up here vehemently denying the fact that you had relations with Jezebel Martell. We all know that's a lie. That's just my opinion. I think she's lying, just like Kiki lying, throwing her mama under the bus about what was leaked before shows were aired. Okay, y'all lie too much. You really do. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing because white supremacy has conditioned and stereotyped us that we're all dishonest, will lie, We'll disrespect each other, our mamas, our spouses. We don't take good care of our children. Our children are destitute and slovenly and vacant. You know, a lot of people of no color, they think that. That's how they think. That's why they'll say things that are out of place to say to someone who is another adult, restating the obvious, you know, being using a patronizing tone, you know. I people of no color, they're women, do that a lot. They think that they have to hold our hand through remedial understanding. Okay, this is why they do that. DUSTiny is the example of why a lot of people of no color think that we all are monolithically dumb. Okay, that's why I say it's embarrassing because it's not true. But this is what the psyche cleaves to in conjunction with subconsciously promoting white supremacy and oppression. You have the conditioning, a slave minded mastermind mindset to live in professional victimhood based on your nemesis cutting you off because you threw salt on her name as a friend after you took her money and then lied on her. You straight double dissed Melody, yo. And you sitting up here, listen, I told you I'm not one that will just randomly swing on a motherfucker like this.
Thing. Like, I really don't. I know it's why it's a thing because it's being alluded to. And if that's the case, I can run down a list of people if we really want to go there. But that's not what you asked me, so I'm gonna stay focused. The answer is no, and it will forever be no. Martell is like a brother to me, and I don't know any woman that would continue to be around him. I've been around every woman that he's dated. Like, what I'm doing?
That we're not saying y'all dated, we saying that you had relations. Just like the other childhood friend who was the wedding planner played in Melody's face too and lied and said she never had relations with him and it came out that that was a lie. She actually did have relations with Melody's then husband before they got married and after they got married. So, no, ma'am, we're not going to do this.
Anyway, I'm talking too much. It is what it
You
is.
not,
No,
you not. I
I'm
hate,
so sick of that.
I hate to,
Yes, baby.
I hate to ask this, but I really want to know. Because you did say you want to recap last week episode, so just happened to last week episode.
Hmm.
How did you feel in the last? Because since we talking about this, how did you feel in the last part when Melody was talking with Tisha and Kimmy, and she kind of said something to the effect of, when Kimmy was like, "Well, it ain't like she, slept with your man or something," and she was like, "Well, I don't know what DUSTiny does. Me and her aren't friends." How did that make you feel watching that?
Um, watching it, because I had already got wind that it was said, so it wasn't like, but the
Mm.
fact that it was a laugh and a giggle to girl code and all that extra, it was just like, come on, like really, like why are we doing all of that?
Melody still living rent free in DUSTiny's membrane. They cannot stop dreaming and obsessing over Melody. That's why I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of Melody, man. She was like, I'm not a good friend. Then you don't know what a good friend is. How about I bounce? I'm out. Okay. The previous interview DUSTiny did, she was talking about how, you know, God said go, then just go. That's what she did. Melody wasn't checking for you, just like with Captain Kimmy. You know, I didn't go. She didn't go to the Carlos King podcast because she didn't want the millimeters to come for her. What? Okay. The emotional bleeder, Stormy, silly Stormy was there. Wasn't nobody checking for Stormy. None of the millimeters stepped to Stormy. Okay, Stormy was a non-factor. She was invisible. Okay, so Kimmy and Tisha being there wouldn't have made that big of a difference. Just the same. Okay, wasn't nobody checking for them. The millimeters went there to celebrate Melody and kick off the support and show we will come to the building and show up. We do pull up. What nobody thinking checking for y'all to come for you, to check you or to harass you in some kind of way. That's not how we move. Okay? We don't start shit, but we will finish it. That's what the millimeters do. Okay? Just like a pack of wolves. We might roam around alone. We'll separate. Sometimes packs of wolves can go up into the 50s and 60s. You don't even know how big that pack is until one of those wolves get in trouble. Okay. And then it'll make you wish you didn't even know what a wolf was. Okay. You have to study nature to understand the art of communication, the war, peace. Animals will teach you a lot about loyalty, about sickness, about mental afflictions, about joy. That's why they did not want us to unify. They don't want people of color to unify, child. Hmm? Piccolo player to manipulate the rodents into leaving the village. Come on now.
You knew what I did when I was your friend. I knew what you did when you were my friend. So all of a sudden you don't know what I.
You hear this? Y'all not friends no more, dummy. So no, of course she wouldn't know what you do because you don't nobody know what you're bound to do. Okay? Nobody gets it. That's the dangerous part. So no, she don't. It's clear. She's correct. Don't nobody know. I don't know what she does. We're not friends. And that's why I don't know what she does because we ain't friends. Quit trying to reach. You reach it now. See, this is how my sister does. She'll poke me. You know, quick story time, and then we're probably gonna wrap this up. I'll do three parts because I don't know how much more of this I can take. But after my story time, we'll see. Story time, real quick. My sister used to take my daughter for the summer, and it started when she was about 10ish. I wasn't comfortable with it, but I'm thinking this might be a way to bridge the gap. We can communicate, let your niece develop a bond with you, you know. So we're co daughter niecing, okay? And we'll give the little girl a sense of sisterhood. I'm trying to be civil with you for the sake of your niece. Maybe you'll learn a little bit more about me through my baby. Okay. Needless to say, uh, we didn't get auntie energy in the wash of it all. Okay. Egos and triangulation and the narcissistic, toxic mothering of grandma tainted all of that. Okay. So it's now very evident beyond a shadow of doubt that I unfortunately cannot fuck with the only woman sibling that I have. Okay. And she, my sister, is very much like DUSTiny. She will poke me. She picks up the phone one time. It's late at night. It's like 8 o'clock. At this time, my daughter's about 14, 13, away with auntie in Georgia for the summer. Ring phone, hello. My sister's like, small talk. Then she's like, I saw Ashley texting you something. And I think it was about me. And I asked to see her phone, and she told me no. Could you tell my niece to allow me to read her text messages to you? This is what she called. She called me on the phone and asked me that. And I said, hell no. Why would you call me in the middle of the night for my daughter's sake? Because I was one of them mamas. Bedtime 9:30 on a school night. Same thing in the summer. You get till 10, go to bed. We had bedtime in my house. Okay. She's supposed to be preparing, doing her bathing rituals, and spiritual rituals, and you want to pry into her personal privacy on a phone that I pay bill on, and you're gonna call me to ask me to demand my daughter relinquish her phone to you because you think we're texting about you. Who does that sound like? Who does that sound like? Okay? Come on, ma'am. DUSTiny. Big dummy conversations. You creating, listen, let's go.
I do now that we're not friends. But
I'm glad. I really wanted to get your opinion on that because I know when I watched that.
I feel like it's unnecessary. It's just unnecessary banter, and it's like, again, we already had that conversation at the reunion.
Was it unnecessary for you to abracadabra a fake beef that was made up in your head with Melody? Was that a bit much and extra for you to try to insinuate that Melody wasn't a good friend because she just wanted to decompress and unplug from all of the things that were pulling on her psyche so she could keep her sanity? Wasn't that, do you think that was a bit much? Dusty, big dummy conversation? Hmm? Don't you think it was a bit much for you to go around slandering her, lying about that she wasn't a good friend while she was coming on the other side of her divorce? Okay, after you had went through your divorce? I thought that was a bit much too, don't you, DUSTiny? I think that was unfair since we talk about unfair. Hmm? That was unfair of you to talk junk about Melody to Tisha and didn't even know she was listening in her own room, minding her own business. She was laying in the bed, heard the conversation, was like, oh, damn. That's how my mother and sister used to do. It just breaks my heart, yo. Like, I didn't know what was happening to me. I didn't even know I was being brutalized. I didn't know I was being manipulated and treated like this. I didn't know that that was considered abusive. Narcissistic abuse is a motherfucker, yo. I would walk up after a long day at work. My daughter's there with grandma, sister in town. We went, had a day. I go to work, get off late, come walking up the driveway at my parents' house. I'm hearing them dogging me out. Well, I think it's this and I think it's that. And she said this and she didn't do that. And she act like this and the first teachers, the first women in my life who I fell in love with were my ops, yo. And I was fresh out of college. I was just living my life trying to get my footing and chase my dreams. I'm telling you, they rocked me to sleep as a young woman. My mother was the first woman who ever lied to me. Think about that, y'all. Huh? Why is Destiny so fixated on Melody and what she has to say about her? Hmm? That's why you got to read between the lines. You got to have a spiritual, your crown chakra, pineal gland must be tight, game tight. Stop let people rock you to sleep when the energy speaks for what it is and you know somebody playing on your top. Don't you dare be silent. I don't care how subtle it is. Okay? Let's go a little bit more. I'm getting starting to get upset again. Let's go.
And I've been gone for over a year, and here we are visiting it again. Like I literally at the reunion said when she tried to bring up the calling at late at night, I'm like, I just left Sheree's house from playing spades and partying, and my little cousin drove us back to Huntsville, and those calls that you were spying on was him and Sheree making sure that I got back to Huntsville safely. That part was cut out of the reunion, but I've said that in multiple interviews.
You
Okay,
play
baby.
spades down to the shop.
So how many what? Is she trying to insinuate that Mel was somehow spying on her ex-husband while he was at another woman's house? See, with narcissists, every accusation is a confession. Every dangerous, reckless comment they make and aim it at their op, they're confessing. Okay? Mm, okay, come on, y'all.
Chateau?
Oh,
Lord Jesus.
busting heads. Yeah.
And that's another thing that people like to bring up too is that okay, you friends with Martell, and then they say that you are friends with all his women as well. Do you want to address that too?
So being friends with Martell and being around him and the people that he dates does not make me friends with them. Are you friends with everybody that you date and they bring you around?
Uh-uh.
So
Yeah, T,
your
is you friends?
significant.
Yeah, T, you friends with my niggas?
I mean,
With
just
nigga
because
though?
y'all hang out, you call Scotty and come hang out, you become friends with Destiny. Do you become friends with them? Now,
We
if that happens
cool.
organically, I'm not gonna stop it because let's be clear, I haven't been friends with the divorce has been 3 years. I haven't been friends with this woman for over 2 years, 2.5 years at this point. So I don't understand how it is so diabolical and girl. I didn't break.
Nobody said you broke a girl code. Nobody said anything about anything being diabolical. All Mel said was, I'm sorry. You talk about Destiny, Sunny, and the girl code, and child by. That's pretty much it. Kimmy, with her capping self, brought up friendship and all of that. With her absent minded self. Let's go.
Girl code because we're not friends.
I mean, I get it.
And for me to sit in a room with somebody that he's dating, just like I met her from him, I'm meeting these women from him. I don't
Yeah,
get it.
that's true. That's true. That's
I
true.
mean, I'm saying it because like I
But that was his wife. How you talk about cleaving when you were with your husband and taking his last name and this and that and the other thing, cleaving to. That's what the word is. That's the holy scripture that God ordained for marriage. She was the wife when you met her. She wasn't a bench warmer on the JV squad of side chicks. Okay, she wasn't the MVP of side chicks. When you met her, she was the chick, the queen of the castle. Okay, with her name on the deed and a set of keys. Okay? Okay? So, no, ma'am, we're not gonna do this.
Because even in one of my reviews, it wasn't my review, it was T's review. Actually, T was live one morning. I think I was in the comments. I was supposed to be doing work, but I was in his comments, and I was saying, I don't think that she's friends with them. I just think that she's cordial with them. Just because you may see her around them, that don't
Right.
mean that they're friends. Because as a guy that has a lot of female friends, I'm not necessarily friends with their men.
And the millimeters as well as Melody and her true friends already understood this principle, okay? Because we over here are not a monolith beehive group. We don't group think. A lot of us parallel in what we see and how we see it, okay? And it happens to concur across multiple masses of numbers. So just because we all are on the same page does not mean we do not understand what is just been explained. And it's really sad that these gentlemen have to sit here and have her justify being a fraudulent walking contradiction. Let's keep going.
Or it may be one instance where I may become
If it
friends with
organically
their.
like that, it could happen.
Yeah, there may be one instance where I may be friends with their husband. Now I know if they get a divorce, I'm gonna have to file look now. Okay, look, yeah, I knew her first, so I'm gonna have to just file
And
back.
sometimes, for me, and I guess this was my first time being in a position where people were married and I was friends with one person and became friends with the other and they went their separate ways. I've had, people that I was close to that were dating and, I just stayed neutral, yeah, we cool. I go to birthday parties here, birthday parties there. I've never had it where you make a choice. And I didn't even know I had to make a choice until I was in a scene. So it's different.
Sabrina wants to know, do you think Sunny is feeding
Somebody
info
said
to
I'm just a third wheel and I'm a biscuit on the side with some honey on it,
ooh,
baby. Two
ooh,
piece in a biscuit.
Like I did, okay. You heard the comment she read. Third wheel, groupie, tag along, okay? A stray, a pigeon, a bird.
ooh.
You what, baby? Okay.
Someone said, "Do you think Sonny is feeding info to your ex?"
Info like what? I'm confused.
I don't know what
I
kind of info.
don't know, child.
Just reading what they said.
Um, I don't know. I don't know how to process that because what info would
LeBeric has all the info he needs, baby. Nobody needs to feed him anything. He's a resourceful person. He clearly can handle his business inside and outside the courtroom. He knows what he has to do. He's providing and making resources so he can handle his business and protect his son because he knows who he is dealing with. Okay, whether we like LeBeric as a person or not, as a sound minded Black father who loves his son and wants what's best for his son, he is just like Melody did, took the proper measures to protect him, his assets, his resources, his peace, and anything else from a reckless entity who is possessed by Legion and Jezebel. We know of two spiritual demons that are possessing Destiny's countenance. Okay? Let's keep going.
Now, RPC, do you really think she gonna answer that? That's just like y'all asking me about that with Scotty. Do y'all think I'm finna answer that? Come on, now.
What question?
First of all, I can answer. I'm not in that man's bedroom, so I don't know what he's doing.
Oh wow. These
These
people are
comments are crazy.
crazy.
To be real, people are upset about you hanging with the bird because she talked about those kids, child. And yeah, yeah. Is that's the act. I don't know. I really feel like a lot of people really need to just go outside, throw a ball around, take a jog, walk your dogs. Like that's really what I think. Like it'd be a lot of unnecessary stories and a lot of unnecessary, rantings and grumblings and rumors. Like this show is notorious for rumors. I could not do it. I
Yeah.
couldn't do
Buttercup.
Every reality show is notorious for rumors. All of them have had issues with each other because of rumors. Look at what Portia and Phaedra did to Candy. Everybody around the whole globe in the solar system saw that or heard about it, spoke about it, had opinion about it. Okay?
And then, sorry,
No, I was
I,
agreeing
I
with you.
agree. And then people take the outside banter and make it so big that it becomes a part of the show.
it. Hmm.
And then it's like, we
Hmm.
are we scouring through comments to get our storylines?
Okay, so listen.
Come on,
Let me
Doc.
let me go. Let me
There's
go
always got to
on.
be one bad kid in the bunch. Go ahead, Scotty.
No, right. Look, listen. When I said I was going live with you today, these people send me question after question after question after question after question.
Is
So
it pertaining to the recap of the show?
I'm just looking at the questions right now, so I'm finna see what it was. Now, if it ain't got nothing to
Yes
do
or
with what
no?
happened with the show, then I ain't gonna ask them. Um,
Oh, thank you, Buttercup. Thank you, Symmetry.
let's see.
Glad you love your candle. Y'all can get y'all candles at madanibeauty.com.
Mm, well,
Get down.
I wouldn't say that necessarily about the show,
I
but
see you. Get down.
Peep the single white female stuff now. She done put her website up there on social media now on her live stream with the Big D Convo live stream. Okay. She's promoting her candles. Y'all, do y'all come on now? Come on, family. Do you see the single white female? Is this giving uh single white female to you? I don't know. You tell me.
never mind.
So ain't now one of them questions about the show.
They're about some of them are. It's like a mixture. It's like some of it is about past stuff, recent interviews you've done, things like that that they feel they don't have any clarity on.
Law, get down.
So, you know. Um, well, what are your thoughts on the new couple? Do you know them? Have you ever seen them before? Have you filmed with them?
I definitely know Trish. She was my trainer. She's been my trainer for over 2 years now, off and on. 2.5 years, I think. And I met Ken. It's funny because I met Ken at Martell's birthday party. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. Well, the year before last, because it's 2024. When is that boy birthday? Whatever it was when they had the upscale event and Sheree was there, I met Ken and I'm like, oh, okay, man, all right, Trish. So yeah, I met him then and then yeah, like I said, I've been knowing Trish for a while.
Okay, so that's another question. Um, so when it comes down to Sunny, she's been making comments over the last couple of weeks that I need some answers on because she's making this assumption that you were what you're saying is necessarily not the truth. She's denying that y'all were ever friends, y'all ever had a relationship at all. That you were always the side piece, you was never the pick. He was married when you was messing with him. Is any of that true?
Where you want to start?
Wherever you want to start.
About
There
your
was a lot.
person.
So where you want to start?
Okay, let's start with the relationship that you
Mhm.
guys had. Let's start there. Were you really friends or not? Because she's saying that you wasn't.
So what I heard in an interview was that it's my job to make you feel
Listen, listen. Here we go with the victim train. All aboard the victim train.
like we're friends and to get information from you. So she
I heard that
basically
too.
said I manipulated you into thinking that you were my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I heard
So
that too.
eventually, when you're no longer a part of the show, you can cut that manipulation off. but we continued communicating when she was no longer a part of the show. Um, and then the other thing I heard was that she was my boss, which is funny because she was in an entry level position, and I didn't know my boss when he got my coffee. I didn't know that. So that was it's a lot of things that are just
Do you hear this? This is somebody who possibly could be going to prison, leaving, would have to leave her son behind, who is still so fixated on being a victim. Okay. Is everybody else's okay?
embellished at this point. And maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the person that proceeded to be more than what it was, but I know that I don't text people that I love them or that I
Mm.
miss them or call them sis if I don't have a relationship with them that's outside of coworker-ish.
Mm.
Okay. The other part of the question was she was also saying that excuse me. She was saying that your story is off.
DUSTiny has the weakest, wackest clapback I have seen since me and my own sister went back and forth in person. And the last time I had a verbal one-on-one conversation with my sister, I was 26 years old. That was 30 something years ago. And with the way that my sister has been obsessed with me and my daughter's relationship with me and trying to drive a wedge and create all kind of discourse and dis-ease and celebrating the fact that mother and daughter were not getting along and having a difficult patch in their relationship. Okay, that she interfered with me mothering my daughter because of her jealousy. Okay, my sister's so jealous of me having children before her. Okay, her wanting to use my daughter as a crash test dummy to see if she would make a good mother for her own children before she had her own children. Okay, so DUSTiny, I can't do DUSTiny. I can't. Let's go a little more, and then we gonna probably be out.
She made it sound like, well, from what she said on her end, she was like, you were never really his main girl. You was always on the side, and that he was married the entire time you were talking to him, and that she wasn't even talking to Moses until you were off the show. Is that what she said, T?
Yeah, that's what she said
It could
all
be
the
a lot.
lies.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's start with the married while we were dating. When we met, we were both single. We also both got married and didn't have any communication within those 15 years. So I don't know how I was even in the picture. And you'll hear more about that on the show. I can't give it away. So I'm gonna say this to not even give it away. Hell no, that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
The other part is if you know about me and I don't know about you, okay, law. If I know about you or you know about me and I don't know about you, then who's the side chick?
Right. And if you knew about all of these other women, but see, I'm not.
Well, that would make both of y'all the side chick because if he was still legally married, separated or not, you still the side chick. Married is married. Single is single. You know, everybody under the sun, ever since before Jesus was born, has known this. If you are married, you're married. Separated legally, you're still legally married. Okay? Finish with that person and then come holler. If I still feel the same, maybe we can explore something together. But and they always get you when you're young. These predatorial serial love bombers. Okay? They like to try to catch you when you are vulnerable. Young, you have either just come out of a relationship or you are on a break from a relationship and trying to figure it out. Okay? Or you're in a relationship and very, very unhappy. There are men like Jezebel Martell who prey upon women in that metaphysical space. Okay? Whew. Let's go a little bit more.
I'm not doing this with y'all. I ain't finna do this with y'all.
Say it, T.
Mm.
I want to know what you got to say.
I'll wait till
Carlos ain't
tomorrow
never
when
said
I
she
get on my
wasn't
channel and
fired.
read her the hell that. I ain't
I
finna
want
do
y'all
that.
to prove that where he said that. Go ahead. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. That doesn't really matter, but it is what it is. What's your next question? Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Okay, I think that was a whole question.
And another thing that the people want to know is Carlos behind all of these interviews? Because I heard that too. Somebody came under my comments. Did you get that comment?
What interview?
Somebody came under my comment and said that it's funny at how DUSTiny is doing like things with me and you, the gay creators. They feel like it got something to do with. Yeah, they feel like it got something to do with Carlos. It's a scheme that Carlos gonna set up. Basically, is what they said. Yeah, I got that too. I did. I got that too.
No, no.
It's always scheme. Carlos done set us up. No.
I don't
Okay.
even know Carlos, honey. Carlos ain't never said nothing to me. He hasn't said anything to me. Period. He's only shared my bail collector reviews, and that was the first season. I ain't heard or seen nothing from Carlos since. Child, I don't know that man.
I just don't like her disposition. Well, I can't even talk. What would you want her to do, friends? I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know what y'all really want at this point. It just seems like anything that they say or whatever is always going to be, well, I don't like this or I don't like at this point, baby, you nitpicking. Like at this point, baby, you nitpicking. Like just relax. All right. It ain't got to be all that, friend. It really don't. You ain't got to make nothing out of.
I heavily, respectfully disagree. It's not nitpicking, it's wanting to receive the clarity that she says that Destiny states that she's here for, back on the show for. Okay, because she wants to set the record straight. Okay, now all of a sudden we're still confused and she's still just not answering questions. She's cherry picking what she gives a clear answer to and what she doesn't. That's why I say I have to give a lot of respect to these two gentlemen, Scotty and T, because whew, we only 32 minutes and 9 seconds in, okay? And I am dizzy. I'm dizzy. I'm disgusted. This is, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I can't. I can't. So this is probably gonna conclude part one, okay, of this reaction slash spiritual reading and dissection of big dummy conversations. Okay, so we're gonna be out right now. I'm gonna go get me a little something to eat, drink, and eat, and try to ease my anxiety after listening to that hot pile of garbage. Okay, so y'all tell me what you think in them comments, please. I love you. And drop them eagle feathers down there for me. Smash and sage and smudge that like button. Bless it for me. And if you want to support the channel, hit me on Cash App. Queen 1971. That's Queen with a W. All right. And we about to be out. We about to be out. One love.